Bro, you know, a lot of people a lot of people talk about goals. Um, what they want is, what they want to have in store for themselves or whatever. Um, and they'll write them down, but a lot of times, when they writing this stuff down, man, it's extremely vague. It's not specific. You know what I mean, to what they really want. Um, so can we talk about, like, I guess, the how behind creating or writing, goals and making goals, and how to be specific with it. Um, have you ever heard of the SMART? Well, I'm sure you have the SMART goal setting
Yep,
thing.
I have. It was actually in the book we just read in our book club. Shout out to the UM book club. You know what I mean?
Shout out to the book
And
club, man.
and so the last title we just read, man, was "Stop Overthinking" by Nick Trenton.
Yep.
And one of the chapters covered actually creating SMART goals, and SMART was an acronym for uh,
Specific.
What's the M?
Measurable.
Measurable, attainable, relevant, and time. What's the
Time bound.
time? What
Time
what?
bound.
Time bound. Okay.
Bound. Yeah.
Yeah, bound.
All right.
Okay, so I think we need to be more methodical in our approach to creating goals, man, because a lot of times we'll say, I want to do this. Sometimes we'll put a time step on it. We'll say, I want to do this by this time point, but using the SMART model, you can create like a entire what's the like diaphragm, not diaphragm, but framework. Yeah, entire framework for how to achieve that goal. So starting with an S, man, and specific, you want to really specify what it is you want to do and in what aspect. You know what I mean? You got an example for like a specific in a goal, bro?
Yeah. We all about life, health, and wealth. So let's talk about health a little bit, man. Specific. I want to lose 10 pounds.
Versus
That's
you
specific.
saying I want to lose weight.
Yeah. Versus I want to lose weight. Exactly.
Okay.
I want to lose 10 pounds. Right.
Yeah. So that's specifying. Okay. So the M, as in making it measurable.
So measurable is something that you can quantify. You know what I mean? So like I said, I was specific with the 10 pounds, but I also made it measurable by saying 10. You know what I mean? Versus saying, I want to lose weight. So measurable, man, it's really giving me, he said I want to lose 10 pounds. It's making it very specific as to what I want, and it's making it measurable as to what I got to do to achieve this goal. You know what I mean? Like, it's the measuring stick of what you want, the outcome that you want. The next is attainable. So attainable, bro. You want to go over that one?
Okay, so and we'll keep the example on losing weight. So attainable has to be something that you can actually do, bro, in a reasonable amount of time and a reasonable effort. Like, don't say you're gonna lose 80 pounds in a month. Like, come on, man, that's not healthy at all. If that was even possible, it's not healthy to lose 80 pounds in a month.
Hey, so it's possible. Get your heart broke.
Okay, bearing that.
Hey, I was just playing. But go ahead.
Something more attainable, man, would be to say, okay, I'm gonna lose 2 pounds this month. Too easy, you know what I mean? And therefore you can make it measurable by saying, even more measurable by saying, I'm gonna lose a pound every 2 weeks, for the 4 weeks in the month. So that's boom, you're 2 pounds within that month. So the next acronym, man, was the R, which is
relevant, man. So relevant is big because it's basically like our reason. You know what I mean? Our reason to act. Like, if your goal doesn't align with your values, um, then the chances of you completing that goal, it goes down. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because let's say you value a healthy life, right? Okay, well, losing those 10 pounds would coexist, or I guess go inside of that value, would work, I guess, directly with that value. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe you feel as though you're overweight, and so losing that weight will help you become a healthier you. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So you value being healthy, so that makes losing 10 pounds relevant to what you value.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
And the last one is time bound. Time bound.
Yeah, time bound, man. Which I think I kind of already covered. So we'll use the weight loss example again. Is saying that versus you just saying I want to lose 10 pounds. Put a time on it. So just say I want to lose 10 pounds in a month, like I said earlier. That way, um, if you don't make it within that time frame, then you can go back. And not to say that it's a bad thing, but you can go back and analyze and see why didn't you make it in that time frame. What were other measures you could have taken, or what were some things you could have improved on um, to fall within that time frame? You know what I'm saying? And
For sure. Yep.
also
Yep.
putting that time frame on the back end of it kind of motivates you, you know, because on the front end I want to have this done by this point. So that kind of gives you a a timeline to work from and allows you to measure out throughout the whole process.
And timelines are important because we get lackadaisical without them.
Mm-hmm.
We tend to complete our goal whenever we feel like it.
Mm-hmm.
So when you put a time limit on it, you hold yourself accountable um, to put the work in so that you can achieve that goal at the end of whatever time frame that you put on that goal. So um, again, man, to go back over all of them, be specific, make sure your goal is measurable, make sure it's attainable,
Mm-hmm.
make sure it's relevant to your values, and make sure you put a time on it. Time bound it to um, how long you want it to take to complete. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we use the weight loss example. Okay, I want to lose. So I want to overall healthy. I want to live an overall healthier lifestyle. And I realize that I'm probably 5 to 7 pounds overweight. Um, I want to lose 10 pounds in 1 month. All right, that right there in itself, if you write that down, that covers every aspect of the SMART uh, framework, I guess, or I guess diagram. There we go, SMART diagram. Like
Mm-hmm.
it covers all bullets. And it allows us to, make a smart goal. So
Mm-hmm.
we ain't just out here wasting our time and out here just breathing. You know what I mean? So we don't want that. We don't want to be wasting our time, and it allows us also to hold ourselves accountable. Because, like he said, man, like if you ain't to a certain point by a certain time, then you need to analyze because maybe the goal wasn't attainable. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Or maybe that goal wasn't relevant to what you value. You know, so these are all things that we can use when making our own goals, man.